Okay, first things first. Why does Canada even have immigration programs? It's not just because maple syrup is best shared with the world. Canada, like many developed nations, is facing an aging population and a shrinking workforce. Baby boomers are retiring, and someone's got to fill those jobs, right? That's where skilled immigrants like you come in. Canada has a points-based system that awards points for things like education, work experience, language skills, and age. It's basically Canada's way of saying, show us what you've got. Certain sectors are facing more severe labor shortages than others. Think healthcare, technology, skilled trades. Those are hot right now. If your skills align with these in-demand areas, your chances of getting that coveted PR status skyrocket. Do your research. Figure out which provinces are begging for your specific skill set. Remember, Canada's immigration system is designed to be mutually beneficial. Alright, let's talk pathways. Imagine Canada's immigration system as a giant choose-your-own adventure book. Your starting point is your temporary resident status. Maybe you're here on a work permit, a study permit, or even a visitor visa. The goal? To find the path that leads to the coveted permanent resident ending. One popular route is express entry. You create an online profile, rack up those sweet points, and then wait for an invitation to apply for permanent residency. But express entry isn't the only game in town. There are also provincial nominee programs. Each province and territory has its own PNP streams with specific requirements. So, again, research is key. And then there's the Canadian Experience class. Perfect if you've already been working in Canada for a while. Navigating these pathways can feel like trying to follow a map drawn by a squirrel on caffeine, but don't despair. There are resources available to help you. Immigration lawyers, consultants, and even online forums can provide valuable guidance. Be flexible, be adaptable, and be ready to adjust your course if needed. The important thing is to keep moving forward, one step at a time, towards your ultimate goal of becoming a permanent resident. Chapter 3, Language and Networking, Your Secret Weapons. Let's talk about two things that can make or break your immigration journey: language proficiency and networking. Canada has two official languages, English and French. While you don't need to be bilingual, having a strong command of at least one of these languages is essential. Language tests like IELTS and CELPIP are often a requirement for immigration programs. But language skills aren't just about ticking boxes on an application form. They're about integration, about connecting with people, about truly experiencing all that Canada has to offer. Now, let's talk networking. Networking in Canada is crucial, especially in the job market. Canadians value personal connections, and often it's not just about what you know, but who you know. Attending industry events, joining professional associations, even just striking up conversations with people in your field can open doors. Canadians are generally a friendly bunch, so don't be afraid to reach out, ask for advice, or even just practice your English or French with someone new. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. So go out there, brush up on your language skills, build those connections, and and show Canada what you're made of. Chapter 4. The Price of Inaction. What happens if you don't transition? We've talked about all the awesome things that come with becoming a permanent resident in Canada. But what happens if you don't make the transition from TR to PR? Well, for starters, you could be asked to leave. Even if you've been living and working in Canada for years, if your temporary status expires and you haven't taken the steps to secure your permanent residency, you could be sent back to your home country. Not having PR status can also limit your opportunities in Canada. You might not have access to certain jobs, healthcare benefits, or even social programs. And then there's the emotional toll. Imagine living with the constant uncertainty of not knowing whether you'll be able to stay in the country you've come to call home. That's a lot of stress and anxiety to carry around. The immigration process can be daunting, expensive, and time-consuming. But trust me, it's better to go through the process and have the peace of mind that comes with knowing you're here to stay. Think of it this way. Transitioning from TR to PR is an investment in your future. So don't wait. Don't procrastinate. Take control of your destiny and start building the future you deserve in Canada. Chapter 5. Your Canadian Future. Seize it. We've covered a lot of ground today, haven't we? From understanding Canada's need for skilled workers to navigating the complex pathways from temporary to permanent residency. But here's the takeaway. Your future in Canada is within your grasp. It won't be easy. Nothing worthwhile ever is, but it will be worth it. Remember those points we talked about earlier? Think of them as your personal success scorecard. Improve your language skills, upgrade your education, gain valuable work experience in your field, research different provinces and their specific needs. Make yourself irresistible to Canada. And don't forget about the power of networking. Canadians are generally a friendly and welcoming bunch. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Your Canadian dream is waiting, but it won't come knocking on your door. You have to go out there and seize it. Don't just dream it, do it. So there you have it. A crash course in navigating the wild and wonderful world of Canadian immigration. It can be a confusing and overwhelming process, but remember, you're not alone. Thousands of people have successfully made the transition from temporary to permanent residency, and so can you.